I'm honored that the RSM Business Alliance invited me to speak with you today about the state of our city. I don't have to tell any of you, these are really tough, challenging times for our country and our state and for many local agencies. Many are actually collapsing under the crushing weight of unsustainable debt. Many are led by officials who seem to be more motivated by their own personal political agendas than they are doing the right thing to help improve the life of the people they were elected to serve. And in the private sector, business owners and regular people trying to support their families, they're paying a high price for the collective failures of their elected leaders. Unemployment remains unacceptably high. We have a stagnant economy, and with all of this comes a lack of confidence in a very uncertain future. And with this backdrop, at a time when our nation and our state and many local government agencies are drowning in those debt and deficits, I'm proud to confirm to you that the city of Rancho Santa Margarita is thriving. 2011 has been a year of continued progress and success, even during these very challenging times. I'm proud to confirm the state of our city is strong, very strong. Without a doubt, the most important decision that our city council makes every year is the adoption of our city's annual budget. Hundreds of policy decisions and priorities are embodied in that one master document. The final adopted budget, it tells the world who we are and what we believe in. And before we vote on a final budget in our city, we have gone through a really long process. We've held numerous open public meetings, and every line item in that budget is carefully scrutinized. We are cautious and conservative when projecting future revenues. We're honest and realistic in identifying our expenses. We don't spend money we don't have. And the bottom line, we treat every penny as if it was our family's own money. As a result of this careful management of our precious taxpayer resources, our city's been able to weather the current economic storm while still providing to our residents the highest level of public service. I want to put it in perspective. In our last fiscal year, the one that ended in June of this year, our city was facing a very serious structural imbalance. If we didn't make some tough choices to reduce spending, it was clear our city would begin running a perpetual annual deficit. In fact, the data available at the time showed that our city's general fund cash reserves would be eroded below basic emergency minimums within 36 months. I wanted you to take a look at this slide. What it depicts is our general fund reserves. The yellow line here at the top, that's what our target is. And by the way, this is projecting out from the current year out through, this is the year 2012. The blue line represents our emergency reserve that we never want to go below. The red line shows what our projections were. You could see, this is what we call the channel. And when we were faced with making those budget decisions for the last prior year, this is what we were looking at. In just 36 months, we would drop below that emergency level if we didn't make some tough choices. Now, to some, running an annual deficit, well, that's just business as usual. But I'm proud to say that in Rancho Santa Margarita, it's not. We addressed that structural imbalance head on. And after lengthy and painful deliberations, we cut spending in our city by a full 10%. $1.5 million out of our budget was cut to sustainable levels. Now, some in our community criticized us for doing that. But the numbers show we did the right thing. We positioned our city for future success and sustainability. And the proof is in the numbers. Our city concluded last fiscal year not with a deficit, but with a $1.3 million surplus and with overall reserves of $19.4 million. As a result of our decisive action last year, the financial future for our city, once again, is bright. And this year's budget process did not involve more painful cuts. Compared to the year before, it was an easy process. Our city's assets and reserves currently are greater than at any time in our city's history. Take a look. Remember the channel? We're now back in the channel. We're in a sound, strong, and sustainable financial position. And we're poised for future growth and success. I love this slide. Ladies and gentlemen, this truly is a major achievement during these really difficult and uncertain times, and it's something that we're very, very proud of.